The water here at the confluence is a different color. We're going to be coming down Lao Nong Shi, this brown one here, which is lots of water. It's looking great. And when we get to Bao Lai and we see these two different colors, that's when we'll know when to stop.
All forward, keep going.
We are in North Kaohsiung Taoyuan district, and this is something that I've been really wanting to do for a long time. Ever since I've been in Taiwan, I said, you know what, let's go tubing, let's go kayaking, let's go down these rivers. And I wasn't able to do it in, you know, any extended sense because I didn't have a car. Now that I have a car, because there's logistical problems that need to be worked out with driving all the way top, kayaking down, and, you know, getting back up, which is why we parked down there. But now that I have this set up, I'm very excited to go kayaking. I have with me my buddy Wade, who is a very experienced, I mean, you tell it. How are you? How's your experience with kayaking?
Yeah, so we just did the takeout shuttle, and we're going to the put-in with the boats. I was a river raft guide in Colorado for 8 years, and the river that I used to run regularly was the Animas River in Durango, Colorado, and it regularly gets down to 100, 200 CFS, and the companies that I worked for still did raft tours at 100 and 200 CFS, so we had to figure out how to find our way through the rocks at very low water.
Yeah, so for people who don't understand CFS, it means the water is very shallow. So
very, very shallow.
Yeah.
Cubic feet per second is how much water is going through a certain point in the river.
So now the river we're on now is also very shallow. It's sort of typical for the rivers in Taiwan is that except for when there's a typhoon, the rivers are you know, they're very wide, so even when there's a lot of water through them, they're still quite shallow. So we're much more concerned about getting stuck somewhere than we are about going through some crazy rapid that would be difficult.
Yep, I think we'll be all right. So what I was telling you is that, you know, because I've been a raft guide for 8 years, I know a lot about low water, and I know a lot about how to get through low water. So I'm going to teach you.
You mentioned the tongue.
The tongue, right?
Explain to us what a tongue is. Yeah.
The tongue is where you can see the water coming into a V.
Okay.
And so where that V is the largest is where the deepest water is. So when
the outside of the V or the
where the V comes together, where the V
point,
comes
like
together,
the point. Of the V, yeah.
So you always want to aim for the point of that V.
Okay.
That is the deepest part of the river, and that is where you will have the best chance of getting through.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad to have you on board. I'm sure it will get a lot less stuck than if I was just doing this myself.
Hopefully.
So, because we're in Taiwan, and you know everybody, you know, when we put this on YouTube, we get a lot of comments about danger and all that stuff. So, you have years of experience doing this. Can you maybe tell me some things I should watch out for?
Yeah, so we're going to be in pretty shallow water. So shallow water is a danger for foot traps.
Okay.
If we do have to get out of the boat, you have to really be careful about getting your foot wedged in rocks. Even shallow water that is moving at the clip that this water is moving at is very dangerous, because if your foot gets stuck, this water will push you over. Yeah. And
even with the life jacket, it'll still push you over?
Even with the life jacket, okay, it can still push you over. So you have to be very careful where you put your feet,
okay,
especially if you get out of the water. Basically, try not to get out of the water. That's why they say if you do fall out of a boat, jump out of the boat, you want to immediately turn with your feet going down river, put your feet up so that you can see your toes coming out of the river, lay back, and ferry yourself
right.
with your hands.
Just push right and left and get to the edge.
So you want to get your butt out of the water as much as possible, your feet out of the water, so that there's no chance for foot traps.
And like you say, you all lift your feet forward, so that they, your feet will hit anything instead of your head or body, and just get to the edge.
So we both have good safety equipment. We both have good life jackets. We're both going to be wearing helmets. All of those things are important.
Look at that, there's a lake there. Holy shit, this will be awesome.
Yeah, that'll probably be the not so awesome part, where we just get stopped and have to actually use muscle power to get through there.
I didn't bring any muscle power with me. Glad I got you. Rocky there's definitely a lot of water that's going to get in the boat, and so in order to keep all of our electronics dry, we've got to double bag them. There we go. Now that. Secure and dry in there. And that. Slide them here. And now, even if water gets in here, which it will in this kind of environment, our electronics will still be nice and dry. Got it? Did I get in? Okay.
I want to go as hard to the right as we can.
Hard to the right as we can, okay? Let's do it. We did similar things in Maui and it didn't go as well.
Okay, so the way that this basically works is you are the motor and I am the steering wheel.
Okay, so just brum, brum, brum. So I just always do both sides.
When I say go, you just go as hard as you can.
Okay.
And don't think about steering.
Okay.
Just go as hard as you can.
Okay. I'm on easy street.
Yes. You have very little to worry about, other than the fact that you reach things first.
Right.
See where the white water is?
Yeah,
that's the tongue.
Okay. Woo! I am covered in tongue.
Yes. So you can see to the left, that's called a pillow rock. So
because you lay against it like a pillow?
No, because it's not sticking out. It's just barely under the water.
Oh, okay. How do you recognize it?
If you go directly over it, you can get stuck.
Oh, right, because it's shallower, yeah.
Right. Okay, so do you see how this splits now?
Yeah.
You see the water turning left.
Yes.
So you can follow that.
Now we see it's a bigger water
follow
here.
That tongue.
Okay.
See there where the white water splits out to
yeah.
V?
Yeah.
That's the tongue.
This is the tongue. We're just on the side of it.
We're in the tongue right
Oh, we're
now.
in the tongue now, okay. Oh, I see. These two things are coming together.
Right.
Right in the middle. All right. And that's what we want.
We got to split these two pillow rocks. Oh,
yeah, we're on the pillows. Woo-hoo-hoo!
See how the tongue goes to the right?
Yeah. So we want to be on the right. So should I be paddling?
No, you're all right. There's really nothing for you to do at this point. We're moving as fast as we're going to move.
Oh, so paddling or not, we're not going to go faster.
Guide us around the places.
So here, you're going to go right or left?
So I would say right.
Yeah, right does appear to be more water.
Yep, paddle.
Woohoo!
Hey! Oh, we're very full of water.
We are very full of water now. We're low. It's like a feedback loop, you know? The fuller we get, the lower we are. Should we, we beach ourselves and dump it out? I'm just sitting in water.
Go forward.
Oh boy!
Forward, forward. Keep going.
Oh, I think we gotta let some of this out.
Yeah, we're going to.
Maybe I should bail. I should have brought a bucket. I could just bail it.
Go, 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 go.
Woo!
Okay, jump out. Yeah, so those pillow rocks that I keep pointing out and trying to get us to avoid
Yeah.
are really dangerous. If you hit them slightly sideways,
Oh, then you fall
they'll flip you really fast.
and you land on it, and then the boat lands on top of you.
Right. Stick on the left, and the right.
Oh, I see it. Hi, this is our second suspension bridge, I believe. I think we've gone 3 kilometers, maybe.
Okay,
That's pretty good.
not bad.
Unless I'm confused about the suspension bridges. But...
Okay.
I don't like these things. Sometimes they have rebar sticking out. So let's try to.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, I'll forward. Okay, good, 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 good. Got it.
Okay, why don't you?
Foot traffic. Okay, okay, relax. Okay, I'll forward. I'll forward. This thing moves a whole lot better when it's empty. Forward. Yeah, okay. Let's go over to the left.
You want that end up?
Yeah.
I think we can flip it over now. All right, we are now. How far are we, Wade?
We are 8.9 kilometers from where I turned my GPS on.
All right, so now we're probably about 10 kilometers then?
I would guess.
Yeah, okay, so we're close to 10 kilometers down the river. It's opened up into kind of a a lake here, very smooth, very deep. Of course, it's gonna get rapids again. I think that kayaking in Taiwan is really something that could be a major industry because every river has points on it that you can kayak on. So there's hundreds of rivers that you could do kayaking or rafting on almost all year round. The only times really you wouldn't do it is right after a typhoon, although even then maybe some people would do it. But man, it's fantastic out here. Anything you want to say, Wade?
The wind's against us. I need help paddling.
All right, you heard the man.
All forward, go, 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 go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Keep going, all forward. Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo! All forward, keep going. Oh my goodness! Nice!
Did you see me catch that wave to the face?
Whoa! All forward! Oh, I'm in trouble here.
Okay. Where do you want to be?
Hold on.
We can push it into that.
Pull it up here.
Okay?
Empty it again.
Okay?
To that big rock.
Okay? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Woohoo! Oh, Pillow Rock.
Forward. Good. Good.
Woohoo! Woo! That was a nice little line.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 all forward. Forward, forward, forward.
Oh, we're gonna hit this roof.
Forward, forward, forward.
Woohoo!
Nice job.
Oh man, that was good. That was quite a drop in elevation.
Yeah.
See that? Yeah, right. Your back support. Whoa! This is interesting. Woo! about? We did make it!
Almost made it the correct way.
Oh. We didn't roll though.
No.
I'm full of water again. Oh my goodness.
Now really full of water again.
Well, now it's gonna happen again too. Like, that whole front end was submerged. Woo!
Alright, left. Go.
Woohoo! Hey, birdie. Right, here we go. So, after great progress, we are now barely making any progress. I went 10 kilometers in less than 2 hours, and we went 2 kilometers in over an hour.
Yeah.
It's much better than it was 2 years ago, but not nearly as nice as it was 3 years ago. One more big typhoon to clean all this place out, give us our waterfall back. Look down there, Wade.
It looks fast and it looks like it's going to drop a lot, and it looks like there are some really big boulders in the middle of the road. So, fun!
That's big! You went over that!
Yeah, I did.
Without me!
That was big.
Let's go back and do it again, I wasn't there!
Fuck no. Okay, get a little tight.
We're not going! We're going! That was a nice move getting out of there though.
Go. Make this hole.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woohoo! Ah! Paddle! Don't jump out! Ah!
Right.
I'm learning, Wade, I'm learning! We made it to Taoyuan village, and we went about 18 kilometers on the river, so we had a pretty full day. The first 10 kilometers were very fast, and the last 5 kilometers were very slow because we just had so many rapids, big rapids, and because we don't have a self-bailing kayak, we're basically using the wrong type of kayak. We're using a lake kayak, and what that means is that the water doesn't run out of the kayak on its own naturally. It like comes in and then it just stays there, and every so often we have to stop and dump the water out, and that's just really time consuming, and it slowed us down a lot. We have to dump the water out because the boat just gets really heavy, and then we can't turn it. It's just so heavy, impossible to move. So yeah, there it is down there. Now I gotta go to the river and try to find a cab. Except, I mean, there's no cabs here. We're in the countryside, but, you know, hopefully there's some kind of equivalent. Maybe just somebody will drive us down to the scooter.
This is definitely better than the bus.
Found a ride out of here. Now we're headed to Baolai to get Wade's scooter, then go back up to Meishan and call it a day. Hey everybody, if you made it this long into the video, that probably means that you're very into water sports, which is great because I am too. And that's why I'm happy to announce that I will be adding kayaking routes to my website, followxiaopei.com. I'm going to list all of the places where you can put in and also the places where you can take out. I'll also use different colored lines to show which sections of the river are rated Rapids 1 and 2 and which sections are 3 and above. The second part of what we did today, we had a lot of Class 3 rapids, and these can be dangerous for people who don't have any experience. I was very lucky that I had Wade with me. The beginning part, however, was only Class 1s and 2. It's something that anybody could do on basically any watercraft. You don't even need special equipment for it. Also, there's many rivers like Jokoshi in Maolin or Ailiaoshi in Utai, which are also very easy for beginners, which can be done on just regular tubes or kayaks or SUP. I'll be adding all of this information to my site, starting with the easier rivers, which are sort of the wider, larger rivers, and then later I'll also get smaller hardshell kayaks and we'll go into the rivers in North Taiwan as well. If you want to see more information on this, just stay tuned to my website, and I will also be having more videos about this and filmed better as I get more experience filming it coming out soon. Subscribe and comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.